Did you have problems with Sting? Because you guys had the same kind of trunks with Scorpion.
I had no problem with Sting. Sting had a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, Scorpio, come on, man. You can't be wearing a Scorpio on your ties. You know, that's my gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, man. You know what I'm saying? I put two on mine and too cold. You know what I'm saying? No, but the Scorpio is mine. You know what I'm saying? So finally, you know, I'm like, hey, I've been Scorpio way before you, damn Sting. Just because you down there as WCW, you made a name, you know. But Sting, I thought he was a hell of a worker, man. He wasn't when he first came in there, but he had learned over the years and stuff and progressed and working with Vader, man. They had some hell of fucking matches. You know what I'm saying? That little hoot, that little howl and people got behind him. He had a good body, man, and he could work a little bit, man. Sting was a good kid, but the only problem is he had a little problem with me. You know, if he still have a problem with me or later on if he had a problem with me or whatever. But I think, you know, after me and him talked and we kind of hashed things, I don't really think it was that much of a problem or that much of a deal. He mentioned it, said something about it. We talked about it. You know, and basically that's when I went to writing to Cold Scorpio and, you know, took it off because trying to show him respect, being one of the vets in the business, you know what I'm saying? But
early memories of working Muta.
Brother, shit, lovely, fucking great. I mean, a motherfucker that is so smooth, a motherfucker that is so quick. I mean, man, it was like an experience in itself, man. I just enjoy working with him in the States, over in Japan. I learned a lot from Muta. Muta's a really good guy and stuff, man. And he showed me timing and selling technique a lot over in Japan and when to deliver something and stuff. So for me, man, it was a great pleasure to work with Muta and to study from him.
How about early matches with Brian Pillman? You talked about him a little bit before.
Man, you know, like I said, man, after Brian Pillman, after, you know, a month, 2 months went by and he finally said hi, you know what I'm saying? You know, basically it was Steve Austin that I always worked with. You know, it was me, Steve Austin. It was Pillman and Bagwell most of the time that was in the ring and stuff, unless it was heat on me. Then, you know, of course, you know, Brian would always want to come in and get some heat because that was about the only time he was going to get something, because any other time he was too scared to get anything. And as far as Brian Pillman, I don't want to go no more father hangers. I ain't trying to diss nobody and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He passed away. We had our bad blood. You know, nevertheless, rest in peace.
How about Raven? Memories of working with Raven.
You mean Scotty the Body? Scotty Flamingo with the old shitty cross body dive on the top rope? The drizzling fucking shitness. Now, Scotty himself outside in the fucking club, when I had first met him, shit, man, I thought Scotty was cool. You know, I worked him and shit like that, man. We had a fairly good match, decent match, man. But, you know, I thought Scotty was just basically the shits, you know what I'm saying? I thought he had a gimmick. And Scotty straight up tell you, man, hey, I'm the shits, man, but, you know, it's a gimmick. You know, he knew how to work the gimmick, and for whatever reason that he was still in the business or whatever he did to get to where he was at in the business, God bless him.
Early thoughts on Paul Heyman when you first met him?
Paul Heyman, when
in
I
WCW.
first met him. And when Paul Heyman, when I first met him, I thought he was just another motherfucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? I thought, look at this motherfucker out here all the time, want to fight with the bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? It was just like, Paul Heyman. You know, it's like, okay, he's just another one of the guys over there that, you know, that didn't mean shit at the given point in time. So
we'll get into him later on when he basically was your boss in ECW. Were any guys ever hesitant to work your style? And was there any heat from any of the veterans, like, you know, for showing them up with your style?
As far as where?
In WCW. Guys say tone it down. You guys, you know, you're outshining us.
I don't know if guys so much said anything to me. They've always tried to slow you down and to hold you back. But I learned way back when I was in the business from Colonel De Beers, you know, Ed Miskowski, he told me, he said, look, he goes, you go out there and you keep doing what you're doing. He goes, if you're the first match or you're the second match, you keep throwing them damn drop kicks, you keep flip-flopping and flying. And he goes, now those guys over there who vets, if they can't follow you, that's their problem. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is I'm going to go out here and work. And I'm going to try to have the goddamn best match I can. If I go out here and I rock the goddamn house and it's a damn good match, shit, I want to come on back, take the road map, shit, whoom, sling it at the vets and say, yo, motherfucker, follow that.
Early memories of your matches with Christ Benoit in WCW.
Man, Christ Benoit. Man, me and Christ Benoit got that chemistry from New Japan. I think Chris Benoit and me is one of those type of guys that we don't even have to say nothing to each other. We could go out there and work and have a bad match to us, which we would think would be a bad match, and everybody out there would think it was a good match. But then yet we can go out there and have a great match, and everybody think it was just a super fantastic match because we had that chemistry. Chris was a strong, stocky style, and he worked that New Japan style, probably one of the best that I've seen besides Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko. But Chris's style, man, was just phenomenal. His style and my style very much complemented each other very much as well, except for Chris didn't do all of the flips that I've done. But as far as everything else, man, it was great, man.
Was there any heat, I guess, from management to ever stop doing the New Japan tours? Did they want you full time?
Basically, I got heat when I beat the shit out of Hawk over there in North Korea.
I want to talk about that too.
Basically, that's when I got heat with New Japan and stopped doing so many tours. At that given point in time, that's when Bischoff and Flair and those guys was kind of in the office, and they was all starting to work with New Japan. They was trying to blackmail me from keeping from going to Japan because when I came in, I've always kept that on my contract, and no matter what, I could always go to Japan.
Teaming with Bagwell, what was that like?
That was like teaming with a bitch. Trying to teach somebody everything that you got, and at the same time thinking, man, do I bend over this way? Do I bend over that way? The thing I had a problem with Bagwell is I thought he was just a straight punk. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I don't give a fuck what you're about. If you're about sucking dick, if you're about bending over, giving that, that's cool. I don't get a problem. Just come straight with me because I'm your tag team partner. You know what I'm saying? And everything that me and Bagwell went through, every move, everything that we've ever done, I taught him. You know what I'm saying? Every high spot, every move that we came up with, I invented. And well, he ain't come up with shit. You know what I'm saying? And still to this day, I don't think he could wrestle on shit. I can out-wrestle him with my eyes closed, one boot on, one behind my leg. You know what I'm saying, man? He ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? To me, Bagwell ain't nothing but a mama's boy. The problem when I got with Bagwell is me and him fell out over in Europe. Right, I was over there with the wife, the young lady that I'm with now, right? I'm over there, man. I'm knocking these boots, man. I'm killing my girl and shit. She's screaming, hooting and hollering all night long, right? Bagwell and his old lady next door, they fussing, they fighting and shit. Bagwell giving her, the little 5-minute, little 6-minute, he can't fuck, right? I'm over there doing that 2-hour run thing and shit, you know what I'm saying? All night, you know what I'm saying? Marathon, right? So he wake up one day, he mad as shit as hell because he flew his girl over, but he couldn't bump her up to business class. So on the way going back home, he bumps her up to business class. And so we get our tickets and shit. Well, me and Bagwell just happen to be sitting next to each other on the damn airplane. So he gonna walk up to me, gonna disrespect me and say, yo, man, get up out your seat, man, so my girl could sit there. And so I just basically went off on him. I was like, motherfucker, what did you say? Excuse me? Who you think you talking to? You know what I'm saying? I stood up. I started cussing his ass out on the airplane and shit. Stewardess, everybody came on like, hey, man, you need to keep it down on it. I said, motherfucker, if you feel froggy, motherfucker, jump. You know what I'm saying? You don't come talk to me like that, man. I said, you can come up and you can ask me, Scorp, do you mind, man, that my wife has got a business class seat too? Is this on the other side? Do you mind if, she sit together? I wouldn't have no problem about changing seat. You know what I'm saying? But you don't come up and say, yo, man, get out your seat. You know what I'm saying, man? I just straight told him, hey, I'm going to whoop your motherfucking ass and shit. And you know what? I'm going to show you why I'm Tuco. I reached up over him, man, past his shoulder, man. I'm touching this old lady on the nose and shit. So you know what? I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to show you why they call me Tuco. You know what I'm saying? And that punk motherfucker didn't do shit. That's why I don't have no respect for him. My thing is, I don't care if that's your wife, that's your girlfriend. Nobody disrespects your wife or nobody disrespects your girl. You understand me? If you don't stand up, you don't say nothing, you just another punk motherfucker. I don't care if you're going to get your ass whooped, if you're going to get beat down, if you're going to get the taste buds slapped out your mouth for 40 years and back. You don't let nobody diss your wife like that. Never, ever. And that's why I got a problem with Bagwell. So to me, he's just another punk out there, man, that I just can't wait to see so I can give him an old-fashioned beat down like he needs.